Welcome to another video about Pharaoh's Technology. Today we're going to go over Microsoft Word, the premier word processor in the market today. Most businesses use Microsoft products, and Microsoft Word for Windows is generally the word processor of choice for business. So today we're going to go over some of the very basics to get you started, get you moving forward and using the Word product. When you open Word, you come to this particular screen. You're opened up to the Home button here. You can open a blank document, or below you can see that there's other documents that can be opened that you can see that I have built over time, and it's a list of those recent documents. What I'm going to do today is just open a blank document by clicking on the icon that showed the blank document there. And what you'll see, as in most of the Office documents, that you have what they call a ribbon up on the top. Now, this particular ribbon has various functions that you use. The Home ribbon is probably where you're going to be working from the most. It has the undo and redo buttons. It has information about your clipboard where you can paste and copy and cut and use the format painter. Many of the items that I share with you today briefly will be embellished or made larger in other videos that I put out. For example, the font section here, there's going to be a whole video just on fonts. But note that when you open Word for the first time, Calibri will be the font that will be used for what they call your normal style, and it'll be set to 11 point. This is the default straight out of the box. I haven't made any changes to that at this point. You have various paragraph settings that you can do. Here in the paragraph collection, you have left justify or centering or right justify, or what they call justification here or justify here. You'll notice that you can set your bullets, or you can indent or outdent a particular section or line. Various items that you can do with your paragraph styles. Your styles are preset and you can actually choose them. You can pop that out to the side here and you can see several styles that are already preset. I will have another video just on setting styles and headings and various things so that you can do various reporting in various fonts and styles without having to change your default, so that you can move through your document and choose different things without having to go back and forth and change a lot of settings. It's a shortcut sort of way. Now, if you go over to the top here, these are what they call tabs. And so you have your Home tab, your Insert, Draw, Design, and so forth. If you go to your Insert is where you'll find your page breaks and your inserting blank pages and such. You can set up tables, you can add smart art and pictures, you can get various different add-ins, like there's a Wikipedia link that we'll talk about later, and you can insert information straight from Wikipedia. Here's your links button where you can actually insert hyperlinks to go to various different web pages. A lot of different items that you can insert into your document that you'll find on the Insert ribbon. You have a Draw item here where you can actually draw on the palette here. You have your Design tab where you can choose various designs that your document can take on, and it'll set up a whole bunch of different settings for you to use in your document that you can preset and then just use all those settings as you build your document. So it's document formatting is the set and collection there. You can set a page background. A lot of companies like to set a watermark, like if the document is still a draft document, you can set your watermark to say draft behind all the text so that everybody knows that this is not a finalized document. You have a Layout tab here, and the Layout tab gets you your page setup, like your margins, your aspect orientation, like your portrait versus um, landscape documents, your sizing of your documents. Like, let's say you want a specialized size, you're printing on 4x6 cards for notes in a talk, or various different items that you can do with your page setup. You can set up line numbering. You've seen a lot of legal documents that have line numbers off to the left, and that's where you would set up your line numbering so you can see the numbers on the page. Your indents and your spacing and your various arrangements of your pictures are listed here under Arrange. So all of these are under your Layout tab. Now references is interesting because when you need to set up a table of contents, you'll go to your References tab if you want to insert a footnote or an endnote. And we'll talk about those, especially the footnotes and endnotes, when we talk about like Chicago style of writing. If you're a history major in college and you need to use footnotes and endnotes, you can come here to do that. You can work with bibliographies and citations here on the references page. So a lot of technical report writing sort of entries that you can find on the references page. Mailings, if you want to set out a mail merge with a list, let's say, that you've created in either Microsoft Access or Microsoft Excel, you can merge those lists with your Microsoft Word document and send out form letters where you say, dear so-and-so, that has the first name in your Access database or your Word or Excel spreadsheet. Various things you can build, envelopes and create labels and all types of different mail merge type items where you can take data from another source and merge it with the text that you've written in Word. Here's the Review tab where you can put, let's say you've got a document that needs to be routed among several people and you want them to provide input. You would go to your Review tab and let's say you would go ahead and put the track changes on, and you can choose the various different types of markups so that you can see who did the various different items of editing along the way and the comments that they have made. Your View menu shows what kind of view that you want to see. Like, for example, you can put it in reading mode. I like the print layout mode because I like to see how it's going to be printing. But there's a web layout mode or an outline mode or a draft mode too, so that you can see the various different things. You can see your ruler, or you can add to the grid lines so you can see where things are lining up on the page. I like to turn on the navigation page a lot, where that allows me to see my outline if I'm using the various levels of headings, like I'm using heading 1 and heading 2 and such in my style sheets. I can see on the left hand side sort of like a table of contents as it develops, and be able to see that and navigate from page to page. I can actually move whole sections by using that navigation page and move a whole section from one section to another. And we'll talk a lot about that. If you write reports, I have an add-in to Word. Now, this is not part of the normal Word setup, but it's a program called Zotero that helps me set up my bibliographies and my citations. So if you're in college and you have to write reports and such, that's a nice program, and I'll actually be doing a whole video just on how to use Zotero as an add-in to Word. And of course you have your Help tab as well. Now, Word has a lot of features. Word has developed at a time when it was the competitor to WordPerfect. It became the supreme word processor as it slowly overcame all of the challenges that WordPerfect had, in the respect that it didn't really have the budget or the robust programming backing behind it. So the WordPerfect Corporation eventually folded, but all the features that were in WordPerfect, like all the keyboard shortcuts in particular, became embedded in Word, and it became the word processor that took all the features of Ami Pro and WordPerfect and all the various word processors that were competitors along the way and rolled them all into this one big, robust product that is now Microsoft Word. So I hope you are able to make value of all of the videos that come after this, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Thanks. If you enjoyed the content that you saw today and would like to help me grow the channel, hover your mouse over my picture to the left and click on subscribe. There are also other videos showing on the screen that you might enjoy.